Move on. Aveng, construction and engineering group, market cap of 10.3 billion rand, dividend yield of 2%, price per earnings ratio of 16.3. Remember, this one emerged from the Anglo-Vol conglomerate because it was the combination of Grinica and LTA, and it had things like Trident Steel. Since it came out, they bought McConnell Dowell down in Australia. Lavan, this is the one whose CEO, Roger Jardine, has just thrown in the towel. He said he's had enough. He wasn't all that enamored with the fact that he came in and then hit the competition issues, which to some extent were the fault, if you can call it that, of his predecessor, Carl Grimm and others. It's got some nice businesses in water retreatment and so on and so forth. Also got that international flavor. McConnell Dowell's building an airport in Port Moresby of Papua New Guinea and all the likes. Similar story, really. Are you as constructive with regard to Aveng as you were with regard to Marion Roberts?
Well, let's start off with the CEO leaving. He's got a very good track record, and we'll wait to hear if there's any more news. But for now, it seems that he's decided to leave the business, and good luck to him. Whether he's actually accused of having done anything, I don't think so.
I think those all predated him, and I'm sure he's just going to go on to another top job.
I'm sure he will. He did say that some of the activity went back to a few decades ago, and he was 9 years old when it started. So he's certainly not to blame for everything. With respect to Aveng, I believe that this is a merger of a number of very strong entities that just didn't work seamlessly, and they've enjoyed good years, and that was more because their order book was running very largely. But from a corporate point of view, they haven't been able to seamlessly put together all of the sum of the parts. And bear in mind, there has been some good upstream acquisitions, and you'd assume that their steel business would have fed into, would have been a very good feeder into their business. I don't believe that they've bedded that down.
Trident was a business that they had in AVI, and it's been there for years. But of course, steel merchanting is sometimes a good business and sometimes not so good. But I see here from my notes, they've got things like a big rail line from Majuba down to the Richards Bay area. They've got an order book of sort of 42 billion rand. I mentioned also an airport in Perth that's out at McConnell Dowell. So, you put it all together, the water treatment stuff. I mean, the power projects that they're involved in, that's a potential new upside for them as well. I mean, at this level, with the cycle beginning to show signs of turning, we know building activity is looking better than it was a year or so ago. Why isn't it making back up to these 45 rands a share sorts of levels?
I do know that they showed us a fairly decent set of financials as at the end of December. And maybe the next set of financials may not look as hot. They've given us an indication already.
So the recovery is not sort of in one direction only.
So the market is aware, and they're probably thinking that December financials were a one-day wonder.
Okay, hang on. So hot or not on this one?
I'm not hot.
Not hot, okay. I'm afraid I'm not hot yet either till I see what happens.